I minored Japanese for 2 years at university. Even though I've been using Japanese over the years, I haven't spoken it much lately, so my Japanese has gotten pretty rusty. This week, I challenged myself to improve my Japanese speaking. To do that, I knew I needed to actually speak with native speakers, so I turned to italki. Italki is an online language learning platform that offers one-on-one personalized lessons with native speaking teachers. I couldn't have reached my fluency without italki. I've been using it for my French one-on-one lessons.
Qu'est-ce que tu as mangé là-bas?
Fruits de mer.
And it's been a great way to apply what I've learned and overcome my fear of speaking. What I really like is that each teacher offers different styles of classes, so I can choose based on my levels, goals, and even interests. For example, I want to reach a B1 level in French, so I've been taking lessons to help build my vocabulary and improve my grammar. With Japanese, my grammar is already quite solid, so I focus more on natural conversation practice, which can improve my speaking and listening at the same time. One of the reasons that it helps me improve so much is that I feel more comfortable asking questions and I can get immediate feedback and guidance from the teacher. Plus, the learning doesn't stop there. I usually receive notes and homework after each lesson, which help me to review and reinforce what I've learned. With around 30,000 teachers worldwide on italki, how do you find the right tutor for you?
はじめまして。
先生、
こんにちは。
お元気ですか？
The first and most important criteria for me is that the tutor is a native speaker. Bonus points if they also speak English so I can clarify anything I don't understand in Japanese.
大学の時1年ぐらい交換プログラム
交換
留
留。
学
Okay.
You could also use the filter to specify your needs. You can narrow down your options by language, lesson type, and availability. That way you don't have to scroll through hundreds of profiles. I also look at the materials teachers provide. Everyone has a different teaching style, but I always make sure the teacher offers notes I can refer back to. I really appreciate when they write out new words and organize them for me to review later. When trying out new tutors, I always book a trial lesson first, usually 30 minutes. It gives me a chance to see if I feel comfortable with the teacher and whether we vibe. It's also a great opportunity for the teacher to assess your level and suggest a personalized lesson plan. I told my tutor I want to reach a more professional level of Japanese, so we started planning lessons with that goal in mind. It really helps to set a clear goal from the beginning so you can work towards it together.
昔日本語は2年くらい大学で勉強しました。でも今全然話すの機会がないので、今は話したいと思います。
そっか。じゃあそうだよね。じゃあ日本語はなんだろう。もし日本語が話せたら。なんかどういうことをしたいなとかなんていうのこうなりたいなっていうゴールみたいなものってありますか？
はい、今の仕事日本でビジネスがあるので、敬語とかもっと高いレベルの日本語を使いたいと思います。
なるほど。そっか、でもあれだよね。まずは最初はちょっと気軽に日本人と話す練習とかをしたりしながら、あとは少し敬語で話す練習とかができたらいいなって感じですかね。
はい、
多分。
そうです。
すごいね。そっか。でも多分じゃあもしかしたらちょっとビジネス日本語の練習とかも少しするといいかもしれないね。
はい、でも敬語は私にとってすごく難しいと思います。
いやでもさ、ジュリアンさんだけじゃなくて多分みんな外国人の人みんな言ってる なんか日本語の中で敬語が一番難しいって皆さん言うから、なんかフランス語話せるんですね。
ちょっ
すごい
とだけ。
すごい。私たち同じ共通点同じ
本当ですか？
私もフランス語勉強してます。
サバ？
サバmerci Fabian
I recommend you to try out different classes and figure out what you like the most.
ひとみ先生、聞こえますか？
はい、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
じゃあ簡単に私自己紹介していいですか？最初だから。
お願いします。
はい、私はひとみです。今東京に住んでいて、合わせたら10年くらい。表参道青山かな。
温度が好きでした。
本当ですか？
たくさん古屋が古い
ヴィンテージ？
はい、ヴィンテージストア？
古
着屋がありますのでよく行きます。
ヴィンテージ好きですか？
Balancing a full-time job and a side hustle means most of my time is taken up by work. I also try to make time to relax and work out, so scheduling lessons can be tricky. But having regular italki lessons keeps me on track. It reminds me to study before and after each session. The lessons are super flexible, so I can fit them into my schedule. I usually take one lesson per week or every 2 weeks. They're also affordable, so you can always find the lessons fitting your budget and schedule. One of the best things of italki is that italki is pay as you go, so there's no pressure to commit to a monthly subscription. I like learning at my own pace. It keeps me motivated to stick with it long term. Now, italki also offers a new feature called italki Plus, which includes AI-generated lesson summaries, study materials, and quizzes to help you learn even more effectively. Since I hadn't spoken with native speakers in a while, italki has helped me to recall words and expressions I've forgotten. I was surprised to find that I even forgot basic vocabulary like kudamono and machi, but the great thing is making mistakes helped me to remember them more quickly. The first thing I learned is to review vocabulary to get the most out of each lesson. I improve faster when I take time to review after class. Without reviewing, I find myself stumbling over the same words again and again. I also speak more confidently when I do a quick warm-up before each lesson. For example, I'll think about how my week went and what I want to talk about in the next session. Just forming a few sentences helps me to switch into Japanese mode more easily.
大阪に来たかったけどコロナだったから行けなかった。
The second thing is to pay attention to native expressions. I can speak Japanese, but sometimes it's straight out of the textbook. By listening closely to my teacher, I've started picking up more natural expressions.
食堂の食べ物も美味しかった。
For instance, when talking about my student life in Japan, I mentioned how I like the cafeteria food. Instead of using the word shokudo, my teacher used gakushoku, which specifically means school cafeteria.
学生食堂で学食
It's these kinds of native phrases that help my speech sound more natural. In the beginning, it's normal to give short answers like yes or no to avoid making mistakes, but that doesn't really help you improve. Now I try to make full sentences even if I mess up. It helps me practice using new words and different grammar structures. It's also a great way to start thinking Japanese rather than translating from English in my head. Italki is running a special promotion for my audience, which is you guys. Click through the links in my description below and use my code JUJU to purchase $10. You will get $5 for free for your first lesson. This is for the first 50 users only. Start your learning journey today with italki. If you've tried italki before, let me know your experience in the comments below. I'd also love to know what has helped you the most when it comes to speaking Japanese. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.